When your cat curls up on your chest, they close their eyes, they start that deep, rumbling purr. Do you actually know what they're trying to say? Most people think it's simple. Your cat is happy, content, maybe even grateful for that chin scratch. It feels like the purest form of feline love. But behind that sound, there's something most owners miss, something nobody tells you. That purr is designed to do something specific. It's neurologically fascinating. If you misinterpret it, you might miss a secret message. Research shows 97% of cat owners misinterpret it. It's a message they've been sending since the very first time they curled up in your lap. Let's start with what that purr actually means. Have you noticed that your cat's purr isn't always the same? Sometimes it's soft, barely audible, like a quiet motor in the background. Other times it's louder, more urgent, almost demanding. Most owners assume these are just different volumes of happiness, maybe a little more happiness. Here's what's actually happening. A 2009 study from the University of Sussex, led by Drive Karen McComb, discovered something remarkable. Her team used acoustic analysis. They found that cats embed a hidden frequency within their purr. It's a high-pitched cry. It operates in the same frequency range as a human infant's distress signal. In other words, your cat isn't just purring. They're manipulating you. The study revealed that when cats want something, they produce a solicitation purr. That purr triggers an innate caregiving response in your brain. You hear it. Something clicks. You feel the urge to do something. Think about that. Your cat has figured out exactly which sound will get you to move, and they're using it on you right now. Number 2, the healing frequency and the purring paradox. But here's what makes this even more fascinating. The solicitation purr isn't the only purr. Understanding the difference changes everything. Researchers have identified something extraordinary about the mechanics of purring. Unlike meowing, the purr is produced by the laryngeal muscles and the diaphragm. It vibrates at a frequency between 25 and 150 hertz. That's the same frequency range shown in medical studies to promote bone density. It reduces inflammation. It accelerates tissue regeneration. A 2001 study from the Fauna Communications Research Institute analyzed domestic cat purrs. It found that the frequency range aligns perfectly with frequencies used in human medicine to treat bone fractures and muscle injuries. Here's what that means for your cat. Cats don't just purr when they're happy. They purr when they're stressed. They purr when they're injured. They purr when they're giving birth. They even purr when they're near death. Veterinarians call this the purring paradox. A cat in severe pain will sometimes purr louder than a content cat resting in the sun. Why would they do that? Because the purr is also a self-healing mechanism. The vibrations stimulate their own muscles. They increase blood flow. They release endorphins that help manage pain. It's an evolutionary adaptation. It allows cats to recover from injury faster. It's one reason cats have historically been seen as having 9 lives. But here's where the emotional stakes come in. When your cat purrs on your lap, they aren't just feeling good, they're also regulating their own nervous system. And they're doing it with you. They're allowing themselves to be vulnerable. That vibration actively soothes them. That's not a cat who's simply content. That's a cat who trusts you enough to let down their guard completely. If you've ever noticed your cat purring during a vet visit, that's not happiness either. We'll come back to that. This is where we get into scent, bonding, and co-regulation. When your cat purrs, the vibration isn't just audible, it's physical. Their entire body hums. When they're pressed against you, that vibration transfers directly into your body. Studies on human-animal interaction have shown that a cat's purr can lower your blood pressure. It reduces stress, cortisol levels. It releases oxytocin. That's the same bonding hormone released when a parent holds their newborn. Your cat is entraining your nervous system to match theirs. Number 3, the chemical bond and the feedback loop. Here's what most people don't realize. Cats have scent glands all over their body. When they rub against you, they leave chemical markers. Those markers say, "This human belongs to me." But the purr adds another layer. The physical vibration combines with pheromones. It creates a feedback loop. Your cat purrs, you relax. Your scent changes. Your cat smells that change. That smell tells them they've succeeded in creating safety. They aren't just enjoying being near you, they're engineering your emotional state to match theirs. So the next time your cat settles in and starts that deep, chest-rumbling purr, remember, they aren't just happy to be there. They're making sure you're happy to have them there. They're bonding with you on a chemical level. Number 4, the kitten in your lap. To understand why your cat purrs for you, we have to go back to the very beginning. Kittens are born blind and deaf. The only way they can communicate with their mother is through vibration and touch. Within days of birth, kittens learn to purr, not to express happiness, but to signal to their mother that they're okay, that they're warm enough, that they've found milk. The mother cat purrs back. That vibration helps the kittens locate her. It helps them feel safe. It actually stimulates their muscles to help them nurse more effectively. Now, here's what's extraordinary. Domestic cats are the only species that retains this behavior into adulthood. Wolves don't whine to their pack leaders the way puppies do. Wild felines don't purr to each other beyond kittenhood. But your cat, curled up in your lap, purring with their eyes half closed, has reverted to the earliest, most vulnerable state they ever experienced. That state is being a kitten with their mother. And they've assigned you the role of that mother. Behavioral scientists call this neoteny. But what it really means is something simpler. Your cat looks at you the way a kitten looks at its mother, as safety, as comfort, as the one who provides and protects. Think about that. When your cat purrs on you, they aren't treating you like a roommate who feeds them. They're treating you like family in the most primal sense. Number 5, who gets the deepest purr? Here's something you've probably noticed. Your cat purrs differently for different people. With a guest they just met, the purr might be brief, tentative, almost questioning. With you, the person they've chosen, the purr is deep, sustained, accompanied by kneading, slow blinking, full body relaxation. They look like they might melt into your lap. Cats are selective about who gets access to their full purr. In multi-cat households, researchers have observed that cats purr differently for their preferred human. The solicitation purr gets used on whoever feeds them, but the deep, resonant, healing frequency purr is reserved for the person they trust most. Here's why. The deep purr requires vulnerability. It requires the cat to fully relax their diaphragm, to let their guard down, to enter a state where they aren't scanning for threats. A 2017 study found that cats display the highest levels of relaxed purring with humans they've known for more than 2 years, specifically with the human who responds most consistently to their needs. In other words, your cat's deepest purr isn't a reward you get for free. It's a gift they give you after you've proven you're safe. Number 6, the mistake 97% of owners make. Now let's talk about the moment most owners completely misunderstand. The cat who purrs at the vet. They're stressed, maybe even scared. When the vet examines them, they start purring loudly. What do most owners think? Oh, see? They're okay. They must feel better. Here's what's actually happening. That cat is purring because they're in distress. They're activating the self-healing mechanism. They're trying to calm themselves down. They're regulating their own nervous system. They're managing fear and pain. But 97% of owners don't realize this. When you interpret a distress purr as happiness, you miss the opportunity to advocate for them. You assume everything is fine, when it isn't. Veterinary behaviorists report that owners routinely underestimate their cat's pain levels because they misread the purr. A cat can be in significant discomfort and purr through the entire examination. The owner hears the purr and says, "See, she's fine. This is the mistake." The mistake isn't that you love your cat. The mistake is that the sound you associate with happiness is also the sound of a cat managing pain. If you don't learn to distinguish between the two, you could miss something important. So how do you tell the difference? A happy purr comes with relaxed posture, soft eyes, slow blinks, kneading. The body feels heavy against you. A distress purr comes with tension, ears slightly back, eyes a little too wide, the body is tight. Even if they're accepting your touch, learning to read the difference is about being the advocate your cat needs you to be. So when your cat curls up next to you and starts that familiar vibrating rumble, ask yourself, what are they really trying to tell you? Sometimes it's pure happiness. Sometimes it's a gentle manipulation. Sometimes it's a self-healing response to pain you can't see. But always it's trust. That sound requires your cat to relax their entire nervous system in your presence, to revert to a vulnerability they haven't felt since they were a kitten, to entrain their body to yours, to trust that you'll keep them safe. That's not just a cat who's content. That's a cat who has chosen you as their safety. The next time you hear that purr, remember, that sound was never just about happiness. It was about vulnerability. It was about trust. That quiet moment with your cat pressed against you was never small to them, and it shouldn't be small to you either.